Hi, I'm Big Jim O'Brien. Welcome into Big Jim's Garage as we are on the road with the 2018 Genesis G90. I had to catch myself. I almost said the H word. Before we talk about the car, I want to talk about spin-offs on television. This all applies. You know when you watch TV and you see shows that get spun off, like back in the 70s there was Joni Loves Chachi, and then they spun off Lou Grant from Mary Tyler Moore and After MASH from MASH, and then you looked at those and you goes, well, those spin-offs were, other than Lou Grant, the other two sucked. A lot of times when they do spin-offs with car brands, they don't work. They just don't work. The greatest example to me is Toyota and Scion. I do not understand that. I never will. It made no sense to me. You already made great small cars, so why would you go out and build more small cars? And Scion failed. So when Hyundai is spinning off Genesis and making their own brand out of Genesis, does it work? Well, we'll get to that in a bit. But let's talk about this car. First of all, as you can see, the exterior of this car, it is beautiful. Everybody at work, when I would pull up into the parking lot, you'd get the same response. What is that? And they were just in love with the styling. This is a big, classy car. 3.3 liter V6 underneath the hood, 365 horsepower. I can't remember the torque numbers. It's right around 335, I believe. Plenty of power. You're going to notice it right away. And the way the car responds as well. The Genesis rolls into that power, just like you expect from a luxury vehicle. Price point is $71,000, and you're like, whoa, that's a lot of money. But you're getting what you pay for with the Genesis. If you're going to go up against BMW and Audi and Mercedes, you'll notice I didn't mention Lincoln and some of the Cadillacs. I think, honestly, I don't know that I've seen anything from Cadillac right now that compares to the Genesis. Seriously. Lincoln, I'm going to wait and see on that. But right now, this is a fantastic ride. So, you've got the power underneath the hood, and it rolls in very smoothly. If you want to go, you've got a sport mode. You can get gone in this car. But it's really not what it's about. Bottom line, the best thing for this vehicle is the interior. It is fantastic in the interior. You're going to notice, first of all, the fit and finish and the materials themselves are fantastic. And maybe when you go look at a car, you look at the material, obviously, and you check it out, but you don't really take a deep dive. I would encourage you with the Genesis, take that deep dive. Look at all the fitting, the trim, the stitching, the way they've put this car together. It is fantastic. So, comfortable seats, big comfortable seats. These headrests, I want to steal these headrests. They are so, these headrests should be mandatory on every couch in North America. They're that comfortable. As far as technology goes, look at that infotainment center. You're talking about an infotainment center. My buddy Bill got in the car and he goes, Jesus, that one is actually bigger than the one in my living room. And it's all functional. Everything works great. I don't know why it doesn't have Apple CarPlay, but that's another point. As you can see, the center console here, as we kind of pan up, yeah, there's a lot of buttons, but here's what's cool about it. Everything makes sense. All your radio, your infotainment buttons in one place. Down below it, you get your 2 rows there. Everything you need for your air conditioning, all the climate control inside the car. Everything works. It's easy. I had a complete handle on this car within an hour of getting in it for the first time. It's that smooth. Technology for a $70,000 car, you get it all. You've got adaptive cruise control, lane departure technology kind of corrects you as well, blind spot warning, active braking, you name it, a beautiful heads-up display. Fantastic heads-up display, the way they've done that. And just a quick note, the lane departure, a lot of the technology, and I've talked about this when it comes to lane departure, it tends to saw. If you've experienced the car wants to pull you. However they've done this, as far as the engineering, I'm going to change lanes here real quick. It's aggressive without being overpowering. It doesn't snap you into the other lane. It just kind of helps you along. You get used to it after a day or two and you really like it. So now, comfortable car, big car, which doesn't drive like a big car. Everything about this is great so far, right? Here's the craziest thing. The best seat in this car is not the driver's seat. It's back there. Seriously. That is the most comfortable back seat I've ever been in. Ever. Ever. It is insane. Look at that center console right there. You control everything. You can raise the blinds up and down if you want. You can have total privacy. This really is an executive car. And you notice it right away. But if you sit in the back seat, oh, so comfortable. So here we are, driving the 2018 Genesis, the G90. Big horsepower, big price, beautiful interior, comfortable ride. By the way, the suspension, I don't know what they did, but everybody should take note, because for a big car and a suspension system where we're filming this here in Detroit, Michigan, and our roads are crap, It's amazing how subtle it is and how it doesn't feel like it's going to snap you around with a steering wheel. So all these things are right with this car. Huge trunk, beautiful lines, everything you need. What's wrong with it? People don't know what it is. At least not yet. People ask me over and over, what's that? Like it's a Genesis. What's a Genesis? I'm like, well, it was a band that had Peter Gabriel, but Phil Collins joined them, and then they did Invisible Touch, and we all ignored them. I'm joking. This was Hyundai Genesis, and now it's just Genesis. So people are going to become aware of this car. And I'm telling you right now, this is the best spin-off from a car company I've ever seen. This makes more sense than any other one. Hyundai builds great cars. Hyundai doesn't build $70,000 cars. Genesis standing alone is a great brand. I love the name. I love the look, everything about it. And I guarantee as this vehicle and these platforms progress, you're going to see better and better quality, which is hard to do because, damn, it's a pretty strong car right now. So I'm giving it an A. And I'm not giving it back. If you're looking for me, I'll be on 75 here right outside of Detroit. Hold on, let me accelerate a little bit here. I'm a big fan of Lamb Lies Down on Broadway Genesis, though. It's a fantastic car. My name is Jim O'Brien. I host Big Jim's Garage online at WCSX.com. Weekly podcast, automotive reviews as well, and you can listen to me on the radio at WCSX. Have a great day. Oh, Genesis. Excuse me, gotta go. Woo-hoo!